Hey old soul, just over a year ago I sold everything I owned and moved to the land of Bali with my ex-husband and 3 kids. Now I live my dream life, traveling first class around the world, teaching others how to do the same. If you are ready for a life that is so abundant and free, where money flows like air so effortlessly that you don't even care because you are simply focusing on you and allowing everything to be true, then you are exactly where you need to be. Let me teach you how to be wildly abundant and insanely free. Lying in my bed, I feel the clock tick and think of you. Something moments from deep inside. The drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Welcome. Lucky girl syndrome. Everything always works out for you because you're true, because you are not blue, because you're here to live heaven on earth. A life beyond your wildest dreams that goes beyond anything any form of logic has ever seen. We are to live in a life that defies everything we've ever been told. And that means to be bold and never get old, because we are eternal. So let's go into this. Lucky girl syndrome. Everything works out for you. You don't need to perform. You don't need to do anything to get anything else. You're just being you. You're just being the reality that you desire to see. You are embodying true, pure authenticity, true, pure wealth. Now, I love money, just like I love my clothes, my eyes, my nose, all the beautiful things in this reality, my toes. But what you have to understand is that when we only focus on the money, like most people are conditioned to do, you need money for everything. So when you don't have the money, we have this like really warped distortion in the field around money. Everyone is to love money, just like they're to love air, just like they're to love life. When we are obsessive with the money, we're actually out of balance with the entire universe. It is not about obtaining money. It is about embodying true, pure wealth. And let's dive deep with this. What is true, pure, clean energy, clean wealth? What is wealth consciousness? Well, the word wealth actually comes from well-being. It is to be well. And when we embody wealth consciousness, the money is a shadow of that. The money always comes because we're just wealthy. We don't have to chase the money. We don't have to obsess over the money. We don't have to be like, oh my gosh, look how much I'm always making. Like, it can be fun. You totally can. And I'm not dissing you if you're at that part of your journey right now. But I want you to go to a world that is miles beyond the money, that is miles beyond anything, that brings you back to your true power, your true authenticity, which is I desire, I create, I don't wait, I create. If you desire it, you create it. It is that simple, it is that easy, it is that effortless. The only reason, like this is crazy how simple this is. This is how we manifest. I desire this. And then our physical body calibrates to it and we get to have that. The reason that we are not living in true wealth consciousness is because we are not being well. Because when we say, I desire this thing, there's all these things in the interim. It's like, I desire more money. And then it's like, oh, but your mom said this to you when you were a kid and this happens and this happens. And we have all this really messy energy around it going, where is it? It hasn't turned up now. Why does it have to be so hard? Why do I have to go through all this shit? So we're energy leaking everywhere. Now, how we do one thing is how we do everything. So if you have toxic relationships with kids, with family, energy leaks, one of the biggest energy leaks I see in women is justifying. You don't have to justify your prices. You don't have to justify why you do what you do. You don't have to justify why you don't have sales funnels. You don't have to justify why you're happy all the time. You don't have to justify anything in your life. It's just, I decide, it is done. I've already won. clean energy. I hold the field. Through me holding the field, everything just calibrates. I'm calibrating. My body naturally calibrates to that. The reason that we cannot move that quickly, that easily, that effortlessly is because of conditioning. That's why my work is around activating your life force energy so that you naturally come to higher frequencies, and you don't need to have conditioning. You're not justifying anything. It's not like, oh my gosh, I haven't sent that email because. It's just like you just be. You just be you. You don't have to justify why you did anything in your life. You just be you. The most luckiest thing is that you get to be you. So let's just talk about this like lucky girl syndrome for a little bit, and the energetics that are really entrusted, that really need to come out when we're embodying this character on the physical plane. It really is just like everything works out for you. Everything's always going your way. Everything's moving for you. Heaven and earth are moving so that you can have the things that you desire. You're already brilliant at business. You're already a leader, but you're still having all these energy leaks thinking, oh my gosh, was I good on that podcast? Who gives a fuck? Stop it. Did that work out for me? Oh my gosh, I think that person's didn't like what I said. Stop it. Be in the moment when you're in the moment. Be you when you're there. When I jump off a live, I never think, oh my gosh, that was so terrible. Or, oh my gosh, like my makeup wasn't that good, or this. I just jump off and I'm in the moment. It's called present. Presence. Therefore, the universe reflects back to you presence. Presence equals presence, presence, presence. Take the gifts because you're just being in this reality. You're being you in this reality. The thing that's wrong with this world is that we have been so conditioned from the true nature of what we are. And my work is to get you back to your true template, which is when you're living in this true, raw space of authenticity, guess what happens? It's easy. It's effortless. You decide it's done and it's done. You walk away. You don't stress about whether it's done. You don't get anxiety over when is it coming? Why is it not working? The reality is a reflection of you. You don't yell at a mirror every day. You don't get frustrated at a mirror. You do the inner work. You love the incredible human that you are. You love the star that you are. You love the incredible soul that you are. Pour love into life, and life will pour love into you. Energy leaks are everywhere. It will literally be like silly things like, oh, I should have done that, or I need to do this. And it's like, stop. When we start to raise our consciousness and go to these higher levels, these higher frequencies, something really cool starts happening. Your brain takes the passenger seat and you start to be guided by simply your higher self. You're running your life from your higher self, not from your ego. And so many business owners are running their businesses from their ego. 10 billion trillion sales funnels, 1 million trillion staff. And I'm not saying that this is good or bad, right or wrong. I'm saying that a lot of people are creating all these things from what they think that they need, what their ego thinks that they need to run a successful business, instead of being connected to your higher self and running a business from your higher self. Everything I do in my business and my life every single day is from my higher self. It makes no sense to so many people. No sense. Restoring factory settings back to when you were a child. No sense. Innocence. I was telling one of my beautiful clients this morning that the other day I was watching my 4-year-old son, and he was having like the best play date with this kid. They were playing together, so happy, so cute. All day they were best friends, hugging each other, playing. Then the next day my son was like really tired because he'd been playing all day with him. And he's sitting beside his friend and he's just grumpy and he's just like, and didn't want to be happy. And I was like, how beautiful and authentic is that? We don't do that as adults. We can't just be like, I'm tired. It's like literally like, well, like people pleasing. We're always like, oh my gosh, like, are you okay? And it's just like, hey, I don't want to come to your party. It sounds boring. I don't want to be friends with you. We're not aligned. I don't think that's good for me. You just be honest. Be so honest that it brings you back to your truth. You don't need to lie. When you lie, it's energy leaking everywhere. When you pretend, when you perform for people to like you, when you're trying to sell your products, and I mean like you're trying to force the value onto people from a product, that's ego. That's not soul. Your soul, when we're playing in the quantum, we're just holding the field. All your job is to do is hold the field of endless possibilities, and everything that comes from you Every single thought that comes from you has to be a deposit into the quantum field that's coming back. Your energy is the deposit into the quantum field that's coming back. We are not available for, where is it? Is it not coming? Fuck that shit. No. Stop it. Stop it. Stop being friends with people that don't want you to win. Stop being friends with people that aren't changing your life and expanding you. Stop doing things that don't activate you. Stop doing shitty things in your life that you're like, I have to do this, but it sucks. Like, just stop it. Coming back to factory settings is coming back to your childlike self. When you realize how powerful you are and that you are the creator and you just design the canvas through your energy of who you're being. You desire a wealthy life, you embody wealth. What is wealth? Well-being. You feel the feelings of already having everything that you could ever desire. Everything that you could ever desire. You are the luckiest person that has ever stepped foot into this existence. Everything works out for you. You are a queen. When you walk, the world moves into your lap. You attract, you do not chase. You do not grind. You do not hustle. You do not force from a place of conditioning. You are the most powerful person in your reality. You stay true to yourself. You stay true no matter what anyone else says. Every single day people are questioning me. What? You only do this and people pay you that much? Yes. Yes, because I'm the only person in the world that can do what I do, because I back myself, because I know how good I am, because I don't force people to buy from me. I don't go, you have to buy from me. This is all my value. Ew, gross. I couldn't think of anything worse than trying to force you into believing that I'm worthy of you paying me. No, I don't chase. I attract. I do not force the sale down anyone's throat. I am here. I am this potent, sacred medicine, and I'm pushing people away because I don't want to work with everyone. I only want to work with the leaders that are ready for the quantum shifts, that are ready for the quantum leaps, that are ready to move mountains. And they don't look at the number of things that they get in the offer, and they don't look at the price and try it. They're not my people. Gross. No. The people that work with me are the people that buy from soul, that are connected to something that is so far greater than conditioning, that are ready to discard all of the pieces that no longer serve them and stand into their truth and stand into their light, no matter how uncomfortable it is, and go, here I am. I am rewriting a paradigm that has never been done in this world before. I am speaking things that most people do not understand, that have never been spoken before. The things that I teach is like me walking through a dark tunnel holding the torch, because it's never been taught before. Everything I do, I alchemize it into a way that has never, ever been seen before. My prices have nothing to do with money or value. They are a frequency. They are an initiation. When you invest, when you tune into that energy of that price and come into my program, you're not coming into a program. You're stepping into a portal that is life-changing, timeline shifting, and I guard that with so much sacred integrity you cannot even begin to imagine. I call in the right people, and I do not allow people that are not aligned to work with me close to me. When you understand how powerful you are not forcing people to like you. You are not needing to people please. You are not needing to add value or do sales pages that have got 10,000 fucking things on them. It's just, this is me. This is the medicine. This is the energy. People are not buying from me for anything other than being in my frequency, for being in this energy. I literally spoke to one of my clients this morning, and she said, Eva, when I first found you, I was listening to your podcast for 2 hours. And when I walked into a cafe, the man gave me a free croissant. And she goes, just sitting in your frequency for that long, I got a free croissant given to me. And it was the most beautiful thing, because Eva Kositsky is the avatar. The things that you hear are coming from a much higher consciousness than me. This voice is a gift from God. It's my instrument into this lifetime, and I channel. I keep my energy so freaking clean so that I can channel, so that I can do the things that I do for you. The Kundalini life force prana chi work that I do is I channel a frequency that we call that. We've labeled it that, but it is really just our true essence. And it's a bit like the Pied Piper. When I tune into that frequency, wherever you are in the world, laying on your yoga mat, you start to awaken into that frequency, and you start to shift. and everything in this physical body, which is your subconscious mind, starts to awaken to a higher truth. And you start to come to this place where you remember that there is so much more than the money. And when you can expand beyond the money will always come to you. The money's inevitable. But when you have toxic relationships with, I've got to get all these millions and millions of dollars, you're going to be like a lot of my clients that get all this money, and then they come to this place where they're like, I've got everything. And I'm dead and I'm broken on the inside and I'm not happy. And you're not happy because you've never, ever been taught how to come back to truth, how to enjoy this moment right now. You will always be like that dog that's chasing the rabbit around and around and around. If you cannot right now close your eyes and feel in this moment that you have already made it, that this is already more than enough, that you have already claimed your destiny, that right now is the best day of your entire life because you are the most luckiest human that has walked this earth. It's never going to get any much better than this. That's why I work with energy and frequency, so you could feel how good life can feel. So you can raise your consciousness, raise the vibration, raise everything in your being so that you can wake up and not need any validation from life other than what's within you. When you can wake up and feel like the millions and billions of dollars never stop coming to you. When you can wake up and you just want to dance and you want to sing and you want to play and you want to have fun because it's your life and there's no more strife, and you're just going to be all of you in your magnetism, in your strength, in your entirety, without judgment, without ridicule, without caring what people think. And you are going to sit in the only home that you have for your entire life. This beautiful, sacred home, and really live in it and enjoy it and keep it clean and be able to go outside and look at the trees and smile at a tree with so much awe, with so much delight, and look at that tree like $1 billion has just hit your bank account. You're never going to be in wealth consciousness, because you're always going to be chasing. It will be like you are just the thing at the pokie machine waiting for the ding, 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 ding. And then you're like, wow, oh, again. You'll always be in that, like, I'm not happy until I get here, and it's fucked. It is a fucked way to live your life, and it's not fun at all. It is how most people are living. And this is why God put me on this earth at this time right now, to help people awaken to how good it can get. When you can discover how good it can get within inside you, you can be in the most boring place in the entire universe, and you can be having the best day of your life. And only when you get to that place will life reflect back to you a mirror of incredible opportunities, of incredible blessings, of incredible people, of things constantly working out for you, because you couldn't care less. Because you are in that energy where you're like, I don't need anything to make me happy. I'm so freaking happy on the inside. I'm so wealthy. Everything I get is a bonus. You want to give me more money? Woohoo! I'm already so freaking wealthy, but I'll take more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't need that to make me any richer, because I'm so freaking rich on the inside already. But I'll keep taking all the blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is fun. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Everything always works out for me. Everything's always going my way. Things are always moving for me. Heaven on earth are moving so that I can live the most beautiful, phenomenal life. And we're just in this flow. And all of a sudden you're looking around and all you see is magic. And then you realize that you are the magician, and you've always been the magician. And you've always had the power to change and shape the reality into anything that you could ever possibly imagine. Because the keys to the kingdom have always been within you. You have always had the ability to transmute any pain or any suffering, because that is not who you are. You have never been pain. You have never been suffering. You have never been anxiety. You have never been all the things that you think you are, the fear, the discomfort, none of that. Your soul is just vibrating on a whole nother level. And until you can truly get to this whole nother level, you're living in ego and not through your higher self. When you can start doing this work and raising your frequency and stop worrying about what anyone else is doing and what people are telling you and how life needs to go here, and you're living on a different plane. People are like, What do you mean? Like you can sell like $20,000 offers without a sales funnel? Yes, because I hold the field. What, you cannot be stressed running a global empire and doing all these things? Yes, because I just hold the field of it being effortless, of things working out for me. Everything is always working out for me because I trust. I trust God's plan. I trust the whole universe. I trust heaven and earth. Thank you, Helen. I love you. So beautiful. Thank you. I trust everything. I am always, 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 always trusting. If you feel the call to work with me, last year, God guided me to get rid of everything that I had in my business. Literally, like all the retreats, all the things, and I was guided to only do one program, which is the Elite Energy Hub. If you feel the call to come into this is for people that are very, very, very successful leaders. I feel really called not to do any payment plans because it's a very, very, very different energy. It is $19,000 to sign up. This is the most insane frequency you will ever experience in your life. It comes from a source that's far higher than me. I'm just so grateful and honored that I can channel and hold this program. Everything in this world that I do and in this work that I do moves your life so insanely fast. It's like quantum leap, quantum leap, quantum leap, quantum leap, quantum leap. So it's not for everybody. But if you are ready to experience a life that goes so far beyond the money, it goes so far beyond anything you've ever been told, ever been conditioned. If you're ready to like step into this world, it's like the Aladdin song. It's like a whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. Don't you dare close your eyes. Don't you dare close your eyes. This life is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. And I only want more and more people to share it with me. I only want more and more people to come and bask in the ambience of the beauty of the fact that you can just wake up and stare at the clouds and feel like billions and billions of dollars are coming into your bank account because this world is so beautiful. This world was meant to be heaven on earth, but we have brought the frequency down with our conditioning, with our limitations, with our fears, with our hang-ups, with things feeling uncomfortable, instead of just going, you know what? Heaven on earth starts here within me, and it's just one decision. And when you decide that you don't need any more chaos, you don't need any more suffering, it doesn't have to keep being hard to get good. You can just have good. You can just have easy. You can just decide and hold the field. You can just decide and it's done. You can just decide and you've already won. When you can step into that energy, you will wake up and your life will change so rapidly you won't even know what hit you. And in the world that I work in, it is about allowing our body to hold frequencies that are so high, that are so exhilarating, that are so orgasmic that they take your breath away. Most people are stuck in frequencies of trauma and hardship and struggle, and that's not the work that we do. This is how good can it get, because the body's not used to these frequencies yet. And so we have to calibrate our physical body to these frequencies that go so high beyond anything that you could ever possibly imagine, so that you can come back to your factory settings and remember what you came here to do, which was just to create what's on your heart, create what's in your soul, without limitations, without bullshit rules, without blueprints, without constantly copying and pasting what everyone else is doing. If it doesn't feel aligned for you, don't do it. If it doesn't feel fun and light for you, don't do it. If it doesn't excite you and activate you, don't do it. But everything in you is like, oh, but I've got to take the hard way because if I don't earn it, I'm not worthy. Well, what if you could just decide that you're so freaking worthy right now, so you're not going to keep being in fight or flight and constantly struggle, and just decide that you are worthy enough to just decide that you desire that and it just come. That is the journey of the soul. That is the journey of the alchemist. That's the journey when you start to work with your higher self, with your truth, with your knowing. If there's one message I could share with the world, it would be that there are things so freaking good in this world. So insanely good. And until you can start to recognize how powerful you are, you're never going to see them. And until you can start deciding when it makes no sense and just stop overthinking and just jump in, when you feel the call with your soul and heaven and earth is calling you to do something, just do it. Just move. Nothing really matters in this lifetime anyway. Stop giving everything such a crazy story and a crazy label, it doesn't matter. When you take all of the meaning away from anything, nothing matters. When you can fully start living, most people are like, well, I couldn't do that because then I won't have any money and I'll be on this couch, or I'll be here, or what happens if I lose everything? There's nothing to lose. You are in a video game where everything is already here. You are the source of the entire universe. Everything that you desire is here. It already exists right here, right now in this moment. The only thing you need to do is create and enjoy and really relish in it. Relish in how beautiful this life is and stop being afraid. There's no such thing as losing everything. You cannot lose anything. And if you think you're losing, what's actually happening is all you're doing is you're discarding all that you are not, and it's appearing to your ego as if you're losing things. But it was never yours to begin with, because you were never the heavy, dense parts of you that could be lost. You were always the lightness that was always in flow, that was flowing like the river. That is the most beautiful thing you could ever know. So thank you for hearing me. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for receiving this transmission, for receiving this upgrade. Really just keep staying in your truth, in your frequency, in your power. If you feel called to come with me into the Elite Energy Hub, it would be my honor to serve you. Just make sure you set an intention when you sign up, and that you do know that it is going to be like a rocket ship. The second you sign up, it's like entering a whole new world, a whole new portal. Things will never be the same again. I love you. I see you. Have the most beautiful, magical, phenomenal day. I'm sending 1,000,000 trillion blessings your way. Keep it real, stay clean, and keep living a life beyond your wildest dreams where it's safe to be seen. Big love, wealthy old souls.